Welcome to the world of watercolor. Before you pick up your brush and start painting, there are a few simple but powerful tips every beginner should know. This will help you avoid common mistakes, building confidence, and enjoying your watercolor journey from the very start. Let's dive in. Number 1. Color property. Watercolor is transparent and has a unique beauty that sets it apart from other media like oil, gouache, or acrylic, which are opaque. Because of this transparency, watercolor techniques and painting process are different. Understanding this key property will help you master watercolor more effectively. Because of this, watercolor is usually painted from light to dark. Light color cannot cover darker ones, so building up layer gradually is the key. Another important point, we don't add white paint to lighten colors. Adding white makes the painting look chalky like gouache and takes away the beautiful transparent quality of watercolor. Here, you can see the difference between adding and not adding white pigment. So how do we make a color lighter? The answer is simple. Just add water. Diluting the pigment naturally creates bright, transparent washes. The more diluted pigment, the more transparent washes will be. Number 2. Paper. Watercolor requires special watercolor paper. Regular paper cannot handle the watery pigment. It soaks through and doesn't allow the painting to spread in the beautiful way watercolor is known for. There are two main types of watercolor paper. Artist grade, usually 100% cotton, high durable, absorbs paint well, and can handle multiple layers and brush strokes. This makes it easier to achieve professional results. Student grade, often made from wood pulp, it's less durable, so if you paint repeatedly on the same spot, the surface may break down or become rough. It also doesn't absorb pigment as well. So when you add new layers, the previous one may lift and mix unintentionally. Professional paper can be expensive, but it's worth the investment. That said, student-grade paper is still useful for beginner, for practice, and quicker sketches. For example, in my rose painting, I use Canson student paper for the sketch and Arches professional paper for the realistic version. You can see how the different paper affect the painting results. Number 3. Brushes. Brushes also play an important role. Natural hair brushes, like squirrel or sable, hold much more water than synthetic brushes, but they are usually more expensive. Synthetic brushes, while less absorbent, can still work well with practice. If you are working out on a budget, I recommend to invest more in good paper rather than expensive brushes. For a beginner, the most versatile option is round brushes. With round brushes, you can create broad washes, thin line, and many texture just by adjusting pressure and direction. It's useful to have 3 sizes: large for big washes, medium for most different painting needs, and small with a fine tip for details. Personally, I use size 0 to 3 for most of my work, and 1 large size 4 square hair brush for washes. Number 4. Paint or pigment. Now let's talk about water paints. Student-grade paint are cheaper, but it often contains less pigment. Use lower quality ingredients or substitute with inexpensive alternatives. The result is colors that look dull, muddy, or less vibrant, which can be discouraging and may even give you the wrong idea about color mixing. That's why I recommend starting with a small collection of artist-grade paints. You don't need every color. Just begin with a limited palette of primary color, yellow, red, and blue. With these, you can mix almost every color. For example, red with blue generate purple, yellow with blue generate green, green with a touch of red generate sap green. Each primary color also names warm or cool, so mixing results will vary slightly. To expensive your option, you can choose a warm and a cool version of each primary. This gives you more mixing possibility and helps you understand the color interaction more quickly. Number 5. Water technique. Finally, let's look at some basic techniques. The 3 most important are wet on wet, wet on dry, and graded wash. Wet on wet, applying paint with damp brush on wet paper. This creates soft edge and smooth blending. Wet on dry, applying damp paint on dry paper. This gives sharp, defined edge. Graded wash. First apply damp paint on dry paper. Then use another clean damp brush, blending the edge. Blending and smooth the desired area. This technique is easier control than wet on wet. All 3 are essential and often used together in one painting. The key challenge in watercolor is water control. The ratio of painting to water, the paper type, and drying time all affect your results. It may feel tricky at first, but with practice, you will learn how to control it. I will guide you how to control water and overcome this issue with my another video. For this video, link in my description and end of this video. Another key technique is glazing or layering. This means applying a new transparent wash on top of completed dry layer. With each glaze, your color becomes deeper and more intense. If you'd like to learn more about glazing, check out my separate video linked in the description and at the end of this video. So, these are the essential tips I think every watercolor beginner should know. Understand the transparency, choosing the right paper, brushes, pigments, and techniques. I hope this helps you start your watercolor journey with confidence. By the way, I've shown you 2 different rose painting here. One sketch on student paper and one realistic style on professional paper. Which one do you like more? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.